was a good stay-at-home mom. She took care of us, took care of all of our needs. She was the den mother of our Cub Scout group. She went to school activities, trips, things that I did later in life. Helped us with the paper routes, I think. When on bad days, she'd drive us around in the car to deliver our papers. The kids came to our house because we were allowed to play and we had cookies and milk and stuff. Because of her open emotions, obviously emotions, not trying to hide herself behind some kind of facade. I'm open with my emotions, more open, wanting to emulate her as a parent to my children. Both my parents to my children.
It's pretty much best mom.
Mm-hmm. Best one I ever had, and best one most of my friends had. We usually ended up at my house. As small kids, as teenagers, as everything else, it was, let's go over to Jimmy's house. She influenced me by being a stay-at-home parent, which is, once I had the opportunity to do myself, I did, and stayed home and raised my kids. They seemed to have a good time together on the ranch, working together. The two of them out in the fields with the truck, chasing the cows around, feeding the cows. Her attitude is generally please everybody else and take care of herself last. Totally unselfish. Dad was more the learning, teaching disciplinarian. This is how to make things work. This is how to fix things. Very knowledgeable and happy to pass that knowledge on. He's very unselfish. He's generous to a fault. He had a rough upbringing, came from poor circumstances, feels sorry for people in the same situation. Made me want to emulate a lot of his qualities, a lot of his traits. Be smart, be strong, be sympathetic. Try to help people out when you can. I don't stretch as far as he does. He extended his generosity to complete strangers. His integrity, honesty, openness, honesty and integrity. If he said something, it was true. And I was proud of him for what he had done and accomplished. And wanted to do the same thing.
My mother influenced how I was as a person by always being kind and giving, always ready to go that extra mile for me or someone else. I wanted to be like her. Sometimes I even thought to myself, what would my mom do in any situation? But there's no way I could ever measure up to her. She was always, always, always there for us, and always smiling and ready for a hug. And she helped me to appreciate God by always taking me to church. Her and my grandmother read the Bible with me, and she taught me good morals. What I admired most about my mom was her smile. It told me how much she loved me and wanted to make me happy. And I know she did. Being raised by my mother was a great childhood. Anyone would want it. She was always there for you and ready to help or have fun. My friends all loved her too. Her focus was on helping us enjoy life. Trips to the beach, roller skating, and pushing my dad into buying me a horse, building me a stall and a tack room. What a great mom. My dad had a lot of influence on me as a person. He taught me to work hard. He taught me to use my brain and to think things through. He taught me to be organized in order to accomplish more. He really liked to teach us, and he was a good example of what he taught. I wanted to teach my kids the things he had taught me. I wanted to teach them to be responsible, to work hard. He wanted us to be ready for life, and I tried to pass that on to my kids. Being raised by my father, he played a pretty important role in shaping my personality and my work ethics. He was strict, but I always knew it was for my own good and that he loved me, even if I didn't like it. The thing I admired about my parents' relationship is that, my dad really appreciated the love that mom gave, not only to him, but especially to us kids. He loved kids and still does. He probably thought she spoiled us a bit too much, but he'd rather have it that way than the opposite. And my mom really appreciated all my dad's hard work and providing for the family well enough so that she could stay home with us. And Mom told me of some really hard financial times that they had, but yet they got through it together. And that's what I tried to do.
My mom loved to laugh, share a joke or a story. More than anything else, she loved to care for her family. She always wanted to know that we were safe, well, and happy. She taught me to always accept everyone equally for who they were and not to judge others. Everyone that had an opportunity to know her has gained some lasting good from her. Always hold that close to your heart, and she will always be with you.
How long I've been married to Grandma? A long time. I married Helen in 1952. What do I think of her? She's a wonderful person. Her personality, the way she helps people, she's helped other people. She pays attention. She has a mind of her own. She's a hard worker. She's been a good mother.
She's been a good wife to you?
Yes.